Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. Here in March, things are heating up. Let's check out the teams in the West. You look at Memphis, and after a subpar season, there have been some questions about the direction of this franchise.
Right now for the Grizzlies, this year hasn't worked out for them at all. They were being talked about as a title contender in the preseason.
I agree, guys. I thought they'd be a lot better. Sometimes you can have disappointing years like this, though, and they're not a lot of fun to be a part of.
And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. White and Brown are the wingmen. Williams is out there with Jason Tatum, and it's Collier in at point. And for the Grizzlies, Morant runs point with KCP to his side. Jackson out there with Brandon Clark. And as the regular season winds down, some teams must be concerned about their seeding, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. For teams still on the bubble, just getting into the postseason is the concern. For the top teams, seedings are huge. They want as many home games as possible.
Here's Caldwell Pope. After the basket by Boston, Morant with the bucket.
Well, Morant has all the moves to find a way to score in there.
Outside, Brown. Memphis with a rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late. Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
Pass to Tatum. Now White. Nice ball movement by Boston. And here's Brown for three. Unable to get that one. 4-3. Sinks it from distance.
They immediately found their offensive rhythm, hitting 3 straight shots to start the game.
Down low. Here's Williams. And he buries his first look.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Outside Morant. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Clark outside. Just 4 to shoot. Here's the three. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. The Celtics have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, B.A. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
So it's Boston now, after Memphis picked up the three with their last shot.
Well, there's some power to JB's game. He can simply go through contact.
Here's Morant, coming off a 31-point game. Three-pointer, pure from three-point range. Morant's got 8.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And the one thing all of these point guards have in common is their ability to shoot from the arc. Let's see who topped the charts for threes this past month. Second is Isaiah Collier.
I mean, when no other options are available, any one of these guys can just take charge and shoot that three.
And when your one can hit threes himself, makes the offense so tough to stop.
Brown, no good on the shot.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Pass to Morant. Launches the three, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. Right away, we got to talking about Jaylen Brown, and he said he's going to make trouble for us, but with strong coverage and fast rotations, I think we'll do a good job limiting his production. Some confident words from coach on how they'll slow down Brown's output tonight. Brian, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Anthony Simons, he's checked in for Boston. Now here's Morant. Jackson finds some space. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky. Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Out to the right wing. Back to Jackson. And here's Morant outside. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Celtics trail by 8. Simons outside. And here's Brown for 3. And Morant clears the board. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for Memphis. The 3. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
The Celtics have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Stan, he's one of the most exciting players in the league right now. What makes Ja Morant so special?
Look, B.A., his explosiveness. Sometimes he makes you nervous with how much he throws his body around. But what I love about Ja is that it shows he has no off switch. He plays with intensity.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Edey comes in for Clark. And Jerome subbed in for Caldwell Pope. Memphis leading by 8. And here's Morant. 17 points in the game. Tatum with a steal. Brown drives in.
Whoa!
Big finish!
Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Morant with it. And currently his numbers are incredible. Averaging almost 33 a game. Shoots from 14. And there's Memphis with another bucket.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Let's see some of the numbers here for him.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
Celtics trail by 8. Simons outside. Here's Hauser. And a miss there on the triple. Outside Wells. Here's Jerome. Hits a three-pointer.
And they've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
For Boston, they've gone 7 of 14 and looking in control. Brown, no good. Memphis leading by 11. Pass to Jerome. Edey with a screen on Simons. Here's Jerome. Here's Wells. And another 3 for Memphis.
And excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
Boston has gone 2 of 5 from deep. The drive by Simons. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Well, I think Simons was hoping to generate contact on the drive. He's eager to get to the line.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Boston also changing it up. Tatus checked in for Williams. Minot comes in for Tatum. And it's Collier in for Jaylen Brown. Now here's Pippen. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. Jackson gets the bucket.
I just love the ball movement.
And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. On the wing, Hauser from behind the arc. The Grizzlies pull it in. And here's Memphis now. They're on a 17-7 run. Pippen, pass to Aldama. Back to Pippen. Takes one from 10 feet. Minot pulls it in. Celtics trail by 15. Back to Hauser. The three ball. Counted from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Hauser's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Knocks it loose. Pass to Aldama. Jackson surveying the D. Just 5 on the clock. Puts it up from the high post. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies going into the break up 12. Tough to run with them. They get the ball up the court so fast. More 2K action in just a moment. So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Hey guys, the Grizzlies pretty much in control here.
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. On the court for the Celtics. Second quarter underway. Collier is out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
The contest plus the board. A full defensive possession from him. Great effort.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you, guys. The Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Now here's Pippen. No made baskets yet. And there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul. Derek White's checked in for Boston.
Boston substitution. Number 9, Derek White.
Here's Edey. Aldama outside. Jerome outside. Jackson, pass to Aldama. No good on the three. Celtics trail by 9. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. White with a steal. Now the Celtics on the move. Here's Minot. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
And that's all the result of some good defensive awareness.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Hornets at Spectrum Center in Charlotte. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. No one covering. Jackson's got 8.
And Jackson Jr. takes a good number of threes for a reason, because he's confident in his ability to drain it from here.
And it sure seems like post-play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or two.
It really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. on both. Now Pippen hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Jackson with a screen on White. Pippen pass to Jackson. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. I think many would say Jaren Jackson Jr. has an incredibly complete game, Coach.
Yeah, offense, defense, no room for complaints, B.A. Rebounding, he has the tools to dominate, but the numbers are still coming around.
Anthony Simons, he's checked in for Hauser, and that one falls for Jackson.
Well, you talk about a guy who could start for any team in the league. That's what Jaren Jackson is all about.
White for three. Oh, how about White from the next time zone?
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Morant's checked in. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Edey. He's scoreless. Pass to Aldama. And here's Jerome. And here's Morant outside. And how about that? 8 for 9 now.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Here's Morant following the three by Boston. Here's Edey. Back to Morant. Nifty move. And he drives in. Morant bullies his way in for the bucket.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Collier. And that one good. Collier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Memphis leading by 8. Outside Morant. Aldama left side. Pass to Edey. From down in the low post, it goes. Edey's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, Edey has a big presence in the paint. I like what he did there.
Outside White. And again, Boston with the triple.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam!
Yeah, Morant's got to get himself in that dunk contest. I mean, look at that.
Celtics trail by 9. Outside White. And here's Brown for three. And again, Boston with the triple.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Jackson the screen. And here's Morant outside. That's off target. 10 for 12 now. Here's Brown. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Santi Aldama.
Jaylen Brown proven to be a tough customer.
These are his first free throws of the game. Free throw good. Brown. Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Boucher's checked in for Queta. Tatum comes in for Minot. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Collier.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
Back to Morant. There's the triple. Yes! A Morant three!
Well, this kind of performance from Morant doesn't surprise anyone. He can score with the best of them.
Left side, Brown. It's good. Brown's got 17 points.
It's obvious he's taking it upon himself to try and keep them alive.
And it's Morant with the ball for Memphis. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Inside. Look at Morant working the paint. Nice.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Here's Simons, and he taps it home with authority.
I mean, he's just so electric. Simons putting on a show.
And so it's Memphis with it, leading by 5. Pass to Clark. Outside Morant. Morant slashing in. Shoots over Simons. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Clark. 33 points for Ja Morant. Celtics trail by 7. Here's White. Boucher right side. And stolen by Jackson. Simons with a steal. Fast break. Here we go. Nice ball movement by Boston. And here's Brown for 3. Ja Morant grabs a miss. Morant's got his 4th rebound in this one. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And so Tomas Isolo calls a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Edey's checked in for Memphis. Williams is checked in for Boston. Collier comes in for Simons. Just an electrifying style on the court for Ja Morant. And Grant, he's not shy when it comes to confrontation.
Oh yeah, no, he's not ducking any smoke. But part of his maturation is choosing his battles, including trying to preserve his body from those fearless forays to the rim.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Still no points. Pass to Edey. 6 to shoot. Launches it. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Tatum from long range hits the trifecta. Tatum's got 6.
And nice shot by Tatum, answering the 3 from the other end.
And that one's good. Morant. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly. Well, that's his 3rd three-pointer in this game, and 2 of those came in the 2nd. So he might be heating up.
Memphis has gone 4 of 6 from outside. Looking sharp here in the 2nd. Kicks it out to Clark. Pass to Morant. Tipped.
On defense, how valuable is White? He's a guard who can protect the rim.
Memphis leading by 7. Now here's Caldwell Pope. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And this will be a 2nd trip to the free throw line.
Personal foul. 14 foul. At the line for 1. Ja Morant.
Well, the word dynamic really only scratches the surface with Ja Morant. The way he moves, his speed, it's all just on another level.
Now here's Brown. A 38-point game for him in the win against Golden State.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the scoring. He had a bunch of assists, too, affecting the offense in so many ways.
Good on the shot.
Good stroke on the tweener by Caldwell Pope.
Outside Tatum. Lets it go from deep. Tatum rips the 3. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Memphis. He's nearing the 40-point mark, just getting whatever shot he wants. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details. Things working out so far for the Memphis Grizzlies.
As a team, you love a night like this when the game feels simple. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. And pass, shoot, score, repeat.
Nothing else to add to that, guys.
And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
At home, this team is pretty stout. Looking at this upcoming stretch, they're probably licking their chops.
What, we're talking pork chops, or lamb chops, or what kind of chops are we talking?
Or chops could mean acumen, being great at what you do. Kind of like U2 mutton chops. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Morant runs point with KCP to his side. Jaren Jackson out there with Brandon Clark. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
Huge night for him. I love how he's searching for his shot attempt, trying to carry them to the finish line.
Memphis shooting their fourth attempt at the line tonight.
First team. At the line for the Grizzlies.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lane.
One shot.
One shot.
And Morant remains one of the most explosive guards in the league. A fearless competitor who doesn't back down from anyone and has unlimited confidence.
Memphis leading by 13. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. There's Jackson with the three. Gets the three to fall. Jackson's got 14.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
Williams misses.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Basket counts.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
White for three. Sinks the tray. White's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen an uptick in volume from White at the arc. He's more confident than ever from that range.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Jackson, pass to Morant. It's hauled in by Collier.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Tatum from long range gets the three ball to go. 15 points in the game.
And look, when Tatum is running the pick and roll, the majority of the time, he's looking to score.
Memphis leading by 14. Takes a three. Connects from downtown.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And quickly, the 2K leaderboard, showing the teams blocking the most shots over the last month. Number 5, Memphis.
These guys have been so impressive down low on the defensive end, denying shots left and right over the past month.
Celtics trail by 17. Pass to White. Back to Tatum. Fires from deep. And the Celtics another 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. And here's Clark for 3. Called in by Brown. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. Minnesota will be traveling to face him after this game. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. Brown finds Tatum. White for 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, a couple seasons ago, beset with injuries, the Grizzlies rode Jaren Jackson Jr. He said, I probably had never been put in a position to be that offensively free in my life. Getting those experiences, I can take that going forward. But it's more fun to have everybody around you for sure. Back to you.
Great to see how he's grown. Allie, thank you. Oh, count it! Tatum hits from way out.
And he's really made his mark with the three-pointer today. And that's another big one.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
Celtics trail by 10. Outside White. Pass to Brown. Fires the 3. White can't hit. For Memphis, they've gone 6 for 9 in the half. Jackson against Tatum. From 10 feet away. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got 18.
Well, Jackson Jr. is a versatile scorer, which is what allows him to catch fire like this.
Driving in. White to pass to Brown. Oh, Jaylen Brown from extended range.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
And with plenty of time left, that's his 4th foul. He needs to stay cognizant of that moving forward.
Jerome's checked in for Caldwell Pope. Boston also changed in and out. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Collier. Jerome against Simons. Outside Morant. To the paint. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's on Sam Hauser. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
And the free throw, no good. Celtics trail by 11. On the wing, Simons. Outside, Williams. There's Tatum with the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Look, this guy is clearly on a heater from deep. If you're the defense, you cannot allow him to shoot it from out there.
That's tipped. All alone on the break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, this is why you got to keep pace with Simons, because once he's got a step on you, you're finished.
And so it's Memphis with it. They led by as many as 18. Jackson outside. Back to Morant. Shoots over Brown. And that one's long.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Hauser can't get it to go. Grizzlies lead by 6. Morant with it. Now guarded by Brown. And Morant gets it to go. Morant's got 45 points.
Yeah, he's so confident on that pull-up now. That's why the defense can't afford to give him any space.
Tatum gets the bucket.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Memphis has gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. Jerome passes to Jackson. Edey with a screen on Tatum. Back to Jerome. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Edey. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 7. Brown passes to Williams. On the wing, Hauser takes the three. No good there. And Memphis shooting 74%. Just an unbelievable offensive display here. Jerome outside. Lets the three fly. He buries it from three. Jerome's got 6.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look. Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
And so Tuomas Isalo calls the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Both teams will make substitutions. As we approach the postseason, let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You take a look at the Celtics. They have looked in control all season long, aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon.
Well, for the Celtics, they've really impressed me with their play this year. There's a reason they are first in the conference right now, and that's because of their hard work and selfless attitude.
Now here's Jerome. He's got 6. Here's Wells. Drops in the 3. He has 6.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Grizzlies lead by 8. Here's Pippen. No points so far. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Hey, if you leave a great shooter open, you deserve to get one.
On the wing, Hauser jacks up a 3. Knocks it down from distance.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And the basket by Pippen. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Simons deciding where to go with it. Here's Hauser. And the Celtics another 3. Here's Pippen. The 3 is up. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Memphis up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. We'll be right back with you shortly. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. White and Brown are the wingmen. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Keita in at the 5.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Memphis leading by 6. Knocked away. Ooh, here's White on the drive. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that.
Pass to Jerome. Beyond the arc. Hauled in by Brown. And Brown has got the ball here for Boston. Brown gets the inside finish.
Well, we're seeing this more and more out of Brown. The ability to take over for an extended period of time.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Jerome against Simons. Jerome feeling it out a bit. And they pick up 2. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
So it's Boston now, following the bucket by the Grizzlies.
Hey, sometimes it's your night. White's number keeps getting called, and he keeps coming through.
So it's the Grizzlies now. They led by as many as 18. Pippen outside. Pass to Jackson. From the right block, Minot pulls it in. For Boston, they've got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. They grab their own miss. The Grizzlies have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Jerome, that's good.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Here's Simons. This game is so close. 1 or 2 plays could make the difference.
It's so imperative to try to make each trip count.
And the basket by Brown.
Well, that brings his total to 5 makes from beyond the arc for the game. Feeling some confidence from range.
And we will have a timeout called by Tuomas Isalo. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Morant's checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. Williams is checked in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Head coach of the Grizzlies had some words for his team over the break. He told them, this is the passion I want us to play with every night. Now my question is, how are we going to finish? Are we going to be passive, or are we going to take what's ours? Guys, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Jerome. Jackson outside. Drains the triple. Jackson's got 12 points in just the second half.
Wow, Jackson Jr. lightning quick.
Celtics trail by 4. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. White can't hit. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. And Morant gets it to go.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his second in this half.
So it's Boston now. The kick out to White. Fires for 3. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
He hit a couple from range in the first half, but now his confidence is through the roof.
Memphis leading by 4. And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Pass to Aldama. 3-pointer. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
A slender big man with a nice shooting touch. Aldama is one of those guys who seems to get steadily better each season.
3 shots.
No good on the free throw.
Well, not the place Aldama makes the biggest impact. He specializes elsewhere on the court.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. That one's no good. And he misses all 3. Celtics trail by 4. And here's Brown. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Simons. Out left to the wing. Clock at 6. White for 3. And again, Boston with the triple. And it's Morant with the ball for the Grizzlies. They led by as many as 18. Good. He hits again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Boston with the ball. Outside White. That misses. And a chance to tie it. Grizzlies lead by 3. Morant with it. Pass to Jackson. Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. 10 of 14 from the field.
And here in the fourth, he's been zeroed in, hitting some big-time buckets.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Clark is checked in for Memphis. Boston also changing it up. Tatum comes in for Minot, and it's Collier in for Simons. Celtics trail by 5. Outside Tatum. The 3 is up. Good! Another from 3. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
The BA, he's on fire.
Off on the layup. For Boston, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the fourth. To take the lead. Connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Here's Morant. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Boston trailing. On the wing, Tatum. Jacks up a 3. The triple drop.
He wants the ball. Has a flair for the dramatic. Unfazed in big situations.
Here's Morant.
Yeah, when I was coaching, this guy was a nightmare. It was hard to game plan for him. His quickness causes major
So the first one drops, and that ties this game up. So he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
Well, they needed those. He stayed calm and got it done.
Outside Tatum from deep. It's good from beyond the arc.
Hey, you need some points? Tatum is your guy.
The Grizzlies have gotten 7 of their first 10 shots to go during this fourth quarter. Morant got it. The step back.
Well, Morant's built to go and showing what he's made of here in the clutch.
Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Money from 3.
And they've been relying on his three-point stroke all game. And he doesn't let them down when it matters most.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. Takes a special play.
And for the Celtics, they're shooting 71%. Their offenses look unstoppable all game long. Good! That's another bucket!
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Grizzlies trail by 4. Morant looking for an opening. Using the glass to lay it in.
Well, we know all about Morant's unreal athleticism, but his vision is what really sets him apart.
Now here's White on the wing. Tatum lets loose for 3, and again for 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. And we will have a timeout called by Tuomas Isalo. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO.
Of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game good. Another from three.
He is completely dialed in from deep.
And by the way, with that make, he's now alone in second place for most threes in a game. At this point, you have to go for that top spot, right? Morant with the sweet touch.
And this is why Morant gets paid the big bucks, to knock down clutch shots like this.
Here's Collier. What a huge trip here.
Absolutely. You can feel the energy in this arena.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brown. White outside. He launches. Cash from downtown.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Time called here. The Grizzlies decide to talk it over. They're behind by 6. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
They need to answer fast.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
They trail by 6. And rebounded by Tatum. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Number 22. First personal foul. First team foul.
And that's an intentional foul.
John Morant. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Paul. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. The free ball is down. So we see Boston get the win here. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.